Hey guys, this is F Prime. I'm just here to show you guys how to make a Zombs Royale thumbnail for any of your videos. So, obviously step one, we're going to be using Photoshop for this tutorial, alright? I've got the 2020 version here. Once you've got this opened, alright, step one, go over here, you're going to want to click Create New. And right here, I'll name this like ZR, not sure. And you're going to want your width roughly 1920 by 1080. You're going to want it in that area so you get that high resolution for when it gets scaled down. Resolution about 300 should be fine. All this should be fine by default. You're going to want to click OK, and here you are. And this is where we've got our fun part coming in. And that is the Assets for You Discord server. So this is going to be a bunch of assets for Zombs Royale specifically. And yeah, it's got a whole lot of ton of very useful things for making these thumbnails. And so step one, I'm gonna grab like a background screen. So we're gonna save this image. Yeah, that's fine. We'll save it here. All right, and you're just gonna want to bring that over there, and then open this up in Photoshop in that project. Click this check mark here to make sure that it applies right there. And now you've got this background. So step one done. Great. Now what I usually do is I like to add my text first. So we're gonna call this text like test for now. I'll be linking fonts, I'll be linking the Discord server, I'll be linking all that in the description down below. So once you've got your thing here, we'll call it, yeah, just test. It's fine. Usually I like to make it a bit smaller than this, so we'll put it around, what, 75? Yeah, that's fine. So to change your font size, it's up here. Right here next to this little t, big T, right there. And you can go around and center it if you want. I'm not going to bother too much for this tutorial. And next, I've got these, what do you call them, styles, these layer styles here that I like to use a lot. However, you can just kind of, once you're done editing the text, you can just double click right here and you can add these things: stroke, inner shadow, satin, color overlay. This will change the color. Satin, I'm actually not too sure what it does. I don't really use it that much. Stroke is going to be one of the most important things. As you can see, it adds like a black line around your text, which can kind of help it pop out. For this example specifically, I'm going to be using one of my presets that I have. You can use this, I guess. This looks pretty good. If you're wondering these settings, I will also have those down in the description. So we've got that. And next up, what we're going to want to do is go back over to the Assets for You Discord server. Going to go to Good Combinations. This is what I usually use. This is where you can get, you know, really good looking characters that can just make your video pop that much more, because people, of course, love nice cosmetics. We'll go for something, let's go for this, why not? We will save that image. Alright. Looks like I've already got something named that. We'll call it ZR lol. Alright. Save. And then, I don't think that's saved on my desktop. It's fine. Here we are. Bring this in here. And so this should already be a PNG. If not, you're going to want to get a new one. Because you do want it to be transparent. You're not going to want like a character with a white box around it, obviously. Yeah, so just scale it to a size that'll work for like your specific thumbnail. Right, so just like that was probably fine. It doesn't have to be in you know, alignment with the rest of the stuff. It doesn't have to be the right proportion. Just something that'll pop out and kind of just add on to the what's it called, to your thumbnail there. Next up, I'm gonna add a sniper here, so we can look through these guns that they have in the snipers and launchers text channel. We'll go for an AWP. So let's save image, AWP. Save it here on the desktop. Okay, once again, minimize this, and then drag this into Photoshop, just like that. Now, once again, orient that however you like. I think I'm going to do something like that, just a straightforward kind of thing. Once again, this is all up to you. I'm not taking too much time on this, but yeah, any kind of, say you're doing a snipers only challenge, these snipers will work. If you got pistols only, there's plenty of skins for that. SMGs, ARs, shotguns, all that. You can add these to the characters. They've got top-down views of the weapons, all that nice stuff. And remember, if you ever want to go back, you're going to want to go to your quick selection tool, then hit free transform when you're on the layer, and you can then move it around wherever you'd like. I'll go for something like that. And next up is the most, and I repeat, the most important part of the thumbnail, at least in my opinion, and that is your speed lines, which I have right here, and your frame. So we're going to add this frame in first. Okay, so this frame, as you can see, it kind of just adds a border around all the sides of the image. Alright, and that's very nice on its own. However, once again, we can use these layer styles and we can change the blending method that it uses. So I usually go for this like kind of white gradient, which adds like a nice little glow to it. And then I usually go for overlay, which really just makes these edges pop out a lot more, as you can see. You can turn down that opacity if you want. Right around there is probably pretty good. I think that looks very nice. And so obviously, you know, that adds just that little bit of depth to your image that you'll just always want to have. Makes everything look much cleaner. And next step is something you've seen in almost every gaming thumbnail really ever, is these speed lines. You're going to want to drag these in. Once again, these will all be linked in the description. As you can see, it just kind of adds these triangles around the sides of the image, which all kind of help center the image almost. It kind of helps bring a viewer's attention in. Just like that. And you're gonna, I would probably do the same thing, probably slap that white back on there, and then set it to overlay, just like that, and maybe put that frame above it, and then speed line, set the opacity down. Don't want anything in this thumbnail to be too vibrant, but you want it to be vibrant enough to bring in someone's attention, you know what I'm saying? And just like that, honestly, that's pretty good where it's at. You can mess with these colors, you can mess with any kind of layer style you want. This ZR character, if you wanted to customize it and add something that's not actually in the game, you totally can with this quick selection tool. Select certain parts, change colors. Yeah. And here, I will even change this to ZR thumbnails. There we are. And so if you're doing something big like this, you can either just put that in there, kind of like this. Ooh, it's very laggy. Just like that. It's a bit cut off on the edges. And then, yeah, just like that, you can move your AWP around. Here. So free transform once again. So maybe move it over here. Point it down a little bit. I think that looks pretty alright. I think that looks pretty good. Obviously this isn't centered. I think I'll fix that for when I'm uploading this. But yeah, that's basically how I do my thumbnails. So thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, feel free to use this kind of method whenever you like. And yeah, make sure to join that Assets4U Discord. All links will be in the description. Thanks for watching.